Good morning. As this year's president of the Air and Waste Management Association, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our climate change conference in Santa Barbara this week. I'm sorry I'm not able to join you in person there in California, but I'm on the ground in Madrid with two other delegates representing the association at the United Nations COP25. We're here attending technical sessions, sitting in on high-level policy discussions, and bringing all of that information back to you, our members, via blogs, video updates, and other website updates. You know, we have a hard time driving a climate change conversation in the United States without a clear mandate or policy directive on climate change initiatives and efforts. One of the things you realize the minute you walk in the door here at COP is the difference that having such a mandate and such a policy directive makes on what folks are able to accomplish. Not only are we learning about programs that developed countries such as Germany and China are enacting to control climate effects, but we're learning about robust programs that have been put in place in developing nations such as Costa Rica and Nigeria, all because they are countries that are committed to the climate change conversation and have clear policies and directives in place. The other thing you realize when you walk in here is the sheer scope, both magnitude and complexity, that the climate change conversation presents on this global scale. The program itself is being hosted across 9 different buildings here in Madrid at what amounts to all these different convention centers. And within those buildings, you have high-level meetings that are happening, sometimes 4 or 5 at a time. You have side events that are being hosted like technical program sessions in one of 6 to 7 different rooms. And then you have more cultural, social, or general conversations that are happening in action rooms and action hubs. I was reminded of the complexity of this conversation and a story that was relayed to me in a meeting this morning. A speaker was talking about her cab ride to the COP meetings, and as happens in any city that hosts a convention of this size, every cab driver is fully aware of what we are here to talk about. And they had a conversation about the climate and climate change and the problems that those here at COP are trying to overcome. And the cab driver turned to her as he let her out of the cab and said, "So when you're done after these 2 weeks, you'll have the problem solved, right?" Just that conversation alone, though, identifies how hard it is to express these technical issues, whether it be climate change effects or mitigation strategies or adaptation policies, to not only those that are in charge of enacting it, but those that are living day-to-day lives affected by changes that they don't understand. I want to thank each one of our speakers that are there this week in Santa Barbara, presenting information to our members and customer base. The information you're relaying is very helpful and hopefully will go to help companies comply with mitigation and adaptation techniques that are being forced upon them by insurance companies, developers, and the like. I wish you all good luck. I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job on your presentations, and I'm excited to hear about what you talk about in Santa Barbara.